Welcome on this week's episode of Jiroltv Weekly Review. Sit tight and be refreshed. On Monday, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji, swore in 4 new permanent secretaries in the State Civil Service with a charge to ensure they continue to exhibit transparency, integrity, and prudence in the discharge of their duty. The new permanent secretaries are Mrs. Funke Ajibola, Mr. Michael Boluade, Mr. Folusho Akinwumi, and Mr. Rotimi Akomolede. Also, Governor Oyebanji inaugurated the Steering Committee on Open Government Partnership (OGP) with a call on all local governments in the state to embrace the scheme in the drive to strengthen public participation, transparency, accountability, and effective citizens' engagement in the affairs of government. In his keynote address, the Director General, Office of Development Partnerships, Ekiti State, Mr. Oyeleye Abiodun, stated that OGP is a new multilateral initiative that aims to secure concrete commitments from governments to promote transparency, empower citizens, fight corruption, and harness new technologies to strengthen governance. The immediate past head of service, Ekiti State Civil Service, Engineer Sunday Komolafe, on Monday bowed out of service after the mandatory 35 years of service. At the swearing-in of 4 permanent secretaries, which was his last duty as the head of service of the state, Engineer Sunday Komolafe expressed appreciation to Governor Abiodun Oyebanji for availing him the opportunity to serve in the capacity, just as he commended the governor's welfare policy for civil servants. Finally, for Monday, the Ekiti State Ministry of Rural and Community Development, under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Oluwafemi Abimbola, Femtex, on Monday, launched an extensive 2-week monitoring exercise of self-help projects across the state. This initiative, aimed at boosting rural development, sustained zero tolerance for capital flight, and enhancing food security, reflects the government's massive investment in these areas. Commissioner Awe, accompanied by the ministry's permanent secretary, Mr. Ojo Babatope, visited 4 local government areas including Idosi, Moba, Ilejemeje, and Oye-Ekiti. During these visits, Awe commended the communities for their adherence to contractual agreements. However, the tour continues. Moving to Tuesday, Ekiti State Governor Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji approved the appointment of Engineer Philip Atere as Technical Advisor on Power Infrastructure. The appointment takes effect from Monday, 8th July 2024. Engineer Atere, until his retirement from the State Civil Service, was the Permanent Secretary, Ekiti State Electricity Board, where he played very significant roles in the administration's development efforts in the areas of power infrastructure upgrade. Governor Oyebanji, while congratulating Engineer Atere on his appointment, urged him to be prepared to deploy his wealth of experience and expertise to further boost power infrastructure in the state. There was great excitement on Tuesday as Ekiti State Governor Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji inaugurated the new head of service, Dr. Mrs. Folakemi Olomojobi, urging her to sustain ongoing reforms in the State Civil Service. Performing the swearing-in ceremony at the conference hall, Governor's Office at Ekiti, Governor Oyebanji stressed the need for the new head of service to mobilize the instruments of state to improve the talents and skills of workforce for effective and efficient service delivery, as well as ensure that there is no room for indolence and professional misconduct in the civil service. Dr. Olomojobi, until a new appointment, was the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, and the second female head of service in the history of the state. Finally, for Tuesday, the Independent Project Monitoring Office (IPMO) of Ekiti State continued to strengthen its commitment to ensuring the effective and efficient execution of capital projects across the state. Honorable Olufemi Ajayi, Special Advisor to the Governor on Independent Project Monitoring, led a pivotal meeting to review and refine the office's monitoring strategies. The discussion focused on evaluating the office's ongoing activities and strategizing for continued excellence in project oversight, all in alignment with Governor Abiodun Oyebanji's vision of shared prosperity through impactful capital projects. And now Wednesday, Governor Abiodun Oyebanji promised to deploy the instrumentality of good governance to tame the recurrent cases of migration of youths abroad and to other states of the Federation considered as more economical viable. Governor Oyebanji urged the youth to grow good mental perception about Nigeria, saying the economically dangerous brain drain, codenamed Japa syndrome, could endanger the country's growth if not halted. Oyebanji spoke on Wednesday at an interactive session with youths christened Youths Let's Talk with Bao in Ado-Ekiti. Also on Wednesday, Adeshola Adedoyin, founder of Desol Bags, won a whopping sum of 2 million naira and a brand new car at the National MSME Awards 2024. The National MSMEs Award 2024 proved to be a turning point for Adeshola. She thanked the Ekiti State Governor, Governor Biodun Oyebanji, and Commissioner for Trade, Industry, Investment and Cooperatives, Mrs. Omotayo Adeola, for their leadership style, which paved the way for a success story. And now moving to Thursday. Ekiti State emerged top in improved internally generated revenue (RGR) among the 36 states of the Federation. This is according to a recent report released during the week. In the report circulated by the Joint Tax Board (JTB) at its 155th meeting at Zuma Rock Resort, Suleja, Niger State, Ekiti State ranked first in the 2023 annual growth rate ranking. The internally generated revenue (RGR) increased from 17.03 billion naira in 2022 to 29.82 billion naira in 2023, representing a 75% growth rate. The improvement is attributed to enhanced reporting and significant growth in RGR by the state. On Thursday, 13 lucky beneficiaries walked away with life-altering gifts in the first edition of the radio broadcast of the Ojúṣe Bao initiative. The initiative, spearheaded by Governor Biodun Oyebanji, is designed to extend the benefits of its legacies to a wider audience beyond the state capital. The radio program, launched in June, aims to reach Ekiti residents in every corner of the state, offering them a chance to receive grants, business tools and medical support. During this inaugural session, beneficiaries were awarded various aids based on their needs, which they have shared in calls to the program's June episode. Mrs. Sholabi, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor, highlighted that the initiative is not just about giving, but also about teaching beneficiaries how to use these resources effectively. Also on Thursday, the Ekiti State Government, in collaboration with the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project (LPRES), on Thursday concluded a 3-day program aimed at preventing conflicts between farmers and herders to enhance food security. The program, which began on Tuesday in Ado-Ekiti, marked a significant step towards strengthening peaceful coexistence in the region. During the event, the State Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Ebenezer Boluwade, also inaugurated a new peace committee. Finally, for Thursday, Professor Dayo Faduile OON, among hundreds of eminent personalities on Thursday, were inaugurated as chairman and members of the boards of universities, polytechnics and colleges of education. Professor Faduile OON was inaugurated as the chairman governing council of the Federal College of Education, Kontagora, Niger State, Nigeria. The event was held at the National Universities Commission NUC Complex FCT, Abuja. From the Jiroltv crew, we say congratulations for also emerging as chairman for the council. Now Friday, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, on Friday commissioned a new privately owned 200 metric tons per day capacity palm kernel oil (PKO) crushing plant in Ado-Ekiti, with the assurance that the industrialization plans of the administration will reduce unemployment, hunger and poverty in the state. Performing the commissioning of a Bamisil palm kernel crushing plant located along Ijon Road in Ado-Ekiti, Governor Oyebanji promised that his administration will play a supporting role for businesses to thrive in the state. Governor Biodun Oyebanji on Friday commissioned a state-of-the-art mammogram machine at the Adoni Olayinka Women Diagnostic Center, Ekiti State University Teaching Hospital, Exute, Ado-Ekiti, in a bid to ensure early detection and treatment of cancer. Governor Oyebanji urged Ekiti women to take advantage of the machine to screen for cancer so as to live a more healthy life and reduce the high rate of breast cancer in the state. Still on commissioning, Governor Biodun Oyebanji and the Honorable Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Tunji Alausa, on Friday signed a memorandum of understanding on behalf of the Ekiti State government and the federal government, upgrading the state specialist hospital Ikole-Ekiti into Federal Medical Center at a colorful event witnessed by top government officials and traditional rulers and community leaders. Epoch-making event as stores increased the number of tertiary health institutions in the state to 4, thanks to the visionary leadership of Governor Oyèbánjí and the support of the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led federal government. Finally, for the week, the founder of Afe Babalola University, Albert Ado-Ekiti, Are Afe Babalola, reminded journalists of the role as agents of a better change in the society. Afe Babalola made the remarks when the leadership of the Nigerian Union of Journalists (NUJ) Ekiti State Council paid him a courtesy visit in his office in Ado-Ekiti. Earlier in his speech, Chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists in Ekiti State, Comrade Kayode Babatuyi, described Abuad as a global brand, congratulated Are Afe Babalola on the recent ranking of the institution as outstanding university in the world, which he attributed to selflessness, diligence, and discipline on the part of the founder. Thank you for staying tuned. Join us next week for another refreshing episode. Remember that for your news placement, mention events coverage, adverts, and media outreach, call 0806-575-1868. Log on to our news blog, www.jiroltv.com, Facebook, Jiroltv, and YouTube, Jiroltv. Jiroltv, something to watch.